Hey, what's up YouTube? I am doing pretty good. I'm having a good day, and I saw something pretty interesting I wanted to share. Also, in this video, I'm going to be giving my Tearlaments deck profile that I used for the DL event recently in Master Duel. But besides that, let's talk about something cool. Now, recently there has been a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh competitions going on, and the most recent one is YCS Indianapolis. And Jeff Leonard, he took EXOIDA. Now what does that mean? Well, he went 4-0, so he didn't lose. That means EXOIDA is pretty good. If you're curious to see what he is running, there is a YouTuber, Thempire Leon. Their video will be in the description down below, and they go over Jeff's list, and they go a little bit in depth talking about how it works. If you're interested, feel free to check out their stuff. Besides Jeff's deck that did pretty good, I mean, it is EXOIDA. I also did pretty good with my Tearlaments deck during the event. Match history, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best thing in the world. Win-loss, win-loss. You know, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. It is what it is. The deck profile, and I will say right away, first thing first, because I know somebody might be thinking it. Yeah, only 2 Reinoheart. I'm poor. I can't afford the other one. I'm too cheap, man. So I'm only running 2. If you want to run a third, just take out the Dragon or something. Shaddoll Dragon. But yeah, we're only running 2. Let me get into the deck profile. I don't want to waste too much time. Triple Maxx, best card in the game. King of the Swamp, it's a good fusion substitute. In the graveyard, also has a hand effect where you can discard it, search for Poly. We are running a Poly. Tearlaments Havnis, only 1 copy. The other Tearlaments, the level 2 one, that one's just straight up banned, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Merly? Yeah, she's banned. So we ain't running her. We only have 1 Havnis. That kind of sucks. We run Beast King of the Swamps. This guy's a little bit different from King of the Swamps because it's a level 4. That's the only main difference. Also, it can't search Poly by discard, but it's essentially the same exact thing. It's just level 4. Electromagnetic Turtle, I just think this is a really cool card just because when it's in the graveyard and you mill a lot of cards in this deck, you just end the battle phase. It's like you don't stop one attack, you just stop everything. Very cool stuff. Squamata is extremely useful because it can become either Dragon, Beast, or the new one, or I guess new one to me, a Hollow. But yeah, Squamata is pretty good. I wouldn't run Squamata if you're only running Beast. There's no reason to run Squamata and Beast. If you're running Beast and Hollow, yeah, you can run Squamata. I'm running 3, so Squamata is even better because now it has an extra target, Dragon. Main reason I'm running Dragon is because Kashtira is extremely popular in this meta. If they can't establish their banish everything in the graveyard effect, aka a Reinoheart, well then we can usually just pop their spell, which is pretty good, or we can pop preparations with Dragon. It's just there as an option because spell and traps are actually pretty important in this meta. It's not just monsters anymore. We got Fairy Tale and Snow. It's one of the best cards in the entire game. I'd probably run 3 if I had 3, just because it also kind of helps your Tearlaments engine a little bit. I'll go into it very slightly. Some of the Tearlaments cards have oh, when they're sent to the graveyard, target a Tearlaments in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Well, we have this Tearlaments spell that's if it's sent to the graveyard, you can target a Tearlaments banish trap. So the main combo is that since we run a lot of the traps, and the traps are very good, we can just banish them using Snow, and then if we mill again with Grief, we can add maybe one of our traps back, which is just another disrupt or resource, which is kind of good. It's going to be annoying. Fallen of Albaz, this is special because we run a card called Fusion Deployment, special summon it directly from the deck, and yeah, we actually do run 2 cards in our extra deck that facilitate Fallen of Albaz. One being Reinbrum, the Striking Dragon, which is, we're not really summoning him. It's just a send target for Mirror Jade, the Ice Dragon, where we can send something from our extra deck, banish a card on the field. Or monster, excuse me, specifically a monster. Yeah, it's a really cool engine. I freaking love it. It's perfect for the deck. I don't know why more people aren't running it. It's very good. Tearlaments Scheiren is just, I mean, 2 copies. It's probably going to be a 1 later. It's a very good card. Only 2 Reinoheart. If I had 3, I'd probably run 3. I know I definitely would run 3. It's one of the better Tearlaments names. Probably will be at 1 in the future, maybe at 2. I don't know. 1 Keldo, 1 Mudora. I'm just going to skip over them. Beast, draw 1 when it's sent to the graveyard. 2 Fenrir. So this is a new addition to a Tearlaments deck. Kashtira Fenrir. Main reason it's a new addition is because it's not even a tier element and it doesn't have oh, when it's in a graveyard it does something. No, it's simply just boom, fits in your hand, you summon it, and it has a big presence. Best part is that the summon is not like an activated effect, so it doesn't trigger any oh, if your opponent activated a monster effect. It doesn't trigger that. And then when it's on a field, you can add a Kashtira monster. There is only 1 Kashtira Tearlaments monster in the entire game, and it's so important that we see a Tearlaments monster that we're running 2 Fenrir just to search for this 1 card. Not only that, we're also running the field spell for Kashtira just to see this one card. It's that important. This one card completely changes how the deck works. It speeds it up. It provides consistency. It's just everything the deck could have wanted. I just wish I could have had more than one copy. Hollow is just when it's sent to the graveyard, you mill some more. It's kind of nice since we lost Kelbeck and Yugioh. So yeah, this guy is more important now than ever. One Poly, you can take it out if you don't really like it. I only like it because it's, you know, King of the Swamp. Poly does come up a little bit with Guardian Chimera, but that's like a small combo, but it is a good one. Foolish Burial can send any of the monsters. A lot of the monsters have effects when they're sent to the graveyard. Beast, draw a card. Dragon, pop a card. Squamata, you can send any of the other ones. You can even send a Tearlaments. You can fusion summon. Or you can send Electromagnetic Turtle. I don't know why you would ever do that. Or Snow. It's just a good card. Foolish Burial just gets your plays going. Foolish Burial goods. The main targets you want to send are Sulliek, which is when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tearlaments monster from your deck to your hand, which is nice. It's a good search. And maybe Scream, because Scream, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tearlaments trap. So it gives you a disrupt. And besides that, we have 3 fusion deployment. Excuse my English. Yeah. So we reveal a card in our extra deck, and we only have 2 targets in our extra deck we can reveal. We can reveal Kaleido Heart, which specifically says Tearlaments Reinoheart as material. Or we can reveal Mirror Jade, which specifically says Fallen of Albaz, and we have 3 targets in our main deck. We have 1 Fallen of Albaz and 2 Tearlaments Reinoheart. So fusion deployment just essentially just gets it on the field instantly. Only downside to this card is that you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fusion. We're playing a fusion deck. Tearlaments Grief. Tearlaments Grief is just special summon a Tearlament from your deck. One of the better special summons is Kashtira, because when it's special summoned, it gets sent to the graveyard, and then you mill, I think, 2 cards, which isn't the worst. Another decent one is just special summoning the girls Shaddoll or Havnis and then getting a fusion. Or you could special summon Reinoheart and then he gets sent to the graveyard, and then you can special summon him back on the field if you have any Tearlament spell, trap, or monster, any Tearlament card in your hand. You could just special summon him back, get your plays going. Good card, very good card. It's like fusion deployment, except Grief is way, way better, because when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a trap, or banish trap. The field spell, probably the best card in the entire deck. Not searchable at all, but if you see it, you have a lot of extra advantage just for free. The field spell for the Kashtira, it's a little bit less advantage, but it still does get you advantage, and seeing a Kashtira monster is really important because the Kashtira Fenrir is one of the best monsters currently in the game. I would say probably behind Maxx. Fenrir is so good right now, like a meta staple. I would run probably 3 Scream if I had 3 Scream. It's a great card. I only own 1, so I'm running 1. The main reason I'm running 3 is because it's a Book of Moon. Book of Moon is really good in the meta right now, specifically against Kashtira. They summon a monster before they can even activate during the main phase. You just Book of Moon their monster. Now they have a set face down monster. You can't special summon Kashtiras from your hand if you control monster. So they're kind of like in a pickle. They're in a tough situation. This isn't not only just a Book of Moon type card, but it's also, you can send a Tearlaments from your deck to the graveyard. That means you can send this, you can mill 2 cards, you can fusion during your opponent's turn, which is sick. That's probably the best effect. Or Reinoheart, where you can special summon and then send something else. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can just add a Tearlaments in your graveyard. It's an amazing card. Running it, only 1 copy of the counter. I only need 1. I don't really like it too much, but it is there as an option. And I do like having an Omni Negate on my board. Like whenever I want, I can just search it out. And only 1 Sulliek because we can only run 1. Extra deck. Mudragon, don't really go into it. It's just there as an option. Probably will take it out because I don't really go into it. I don't like it. Shaddoll Winda, I go into it a lot. Very good card. Tearlaments Kitkallos, the #1 card that gets banished off of Kashtira Unicorn. It's kind of funny because they really do not like Kitkallos. But do I go into it a lot? I mean, kinda. It's one of the better Tearlaments cards. Will probably be banned in the future. Credit Plant, Dragostapian, I do go into a lot because it gets a fusion of my graveyard back into my extra deck. Mirror Jade, I do go into if I'm going second, or if I have fusion deployment and my opponent has a card in their extra deck, I can just Fallen of Albaz from my deck and then immediately go into Mirror Jade and just like have a lot of advantage. Rukulos do go into a lot. Never go into this guy. This guy's always sent to the graveyard for Mirror Jade, but even when it's in the graveyard, it gives you a disrupt in the form of during your opponent's turn, you're able to special summon a Fallen of Albaz from your graveyard. Now, it's not really a disrupt, but Fallen of Albaz can use your opponent's monsters for a fusion summon. So I mean, you can kind of just use your stuff during their turn. It's a little annoying. Guardian Chimera, I only run this card because I run Polymerization. If I did not run Polymerization, I would not run this card. Main reason is there is no way to summon this card in your entire deck besides Polymerization, which is not even searchable, besides one card which is limited to one, which is not searchable outside of that. It's just Guardian Chimera is such a powerful, good card that I run it for the rare instance that it works, but I'm not gonna make my deck around running it. I'm not gonna use cards that find Poly just to make Guardian Chimera more consistently. It's a good card, but I mean, we're just having it there just as an option. And Tearlaments Reinoheart is very good. I love this card. It's actually so important that you should probably run 2. In fact, if you're not running Guardian Chimera, you should probably run 2 of this card, especially since Fusion Deployment is in the deck, and this card is so important to get the Reinoheart out of the deck. And if it gets banished, well, then Fusion Deployment's kind of dead. It can only special summon Fallen of Albaz. Next up for our rank 4s, we have Zodiac Chakanin, 2 level 4 monsters. Doesn't have a useful effect. The only reason we summon this girl is so that we can overlay into the Monkey, Boar Bow. And yeah, this guy can attack directly. He has 0 attack, 0 defense, but if you know a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh, you know when an XYZ declares battle and survives, you can go into Zeus. And yeah, Zeus is just a complete threat. Or if we don't want to go into Zeus right away, we can also go into Dryden and we can detach material and destroy face-up card during either player's turn. So it has options. I think it's the best rank 4 package. It gives us a lot of versatility. And it's just like 2 level 4 monsters do so much, which is what I want them to do. Besides that, we got Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Main reason I run this structure deck fellow is because the new Tearlaments Kashtira is a level 7. It's very easy to get on your board, and yeah, this card cannot be targeted with card effects or destroyed with card effects. And there's a lot of cards currently in the game, like Fenrir, which banish and target. So yeah, this card's a little bit immune. It's nice. Also, it has like some other effects which are cool. And then just Underworld Goddess. Never went into her once. I just have her there as an option. I'll probably take her out because I never go into her. But yeah, that is the deck. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. I'll go into some replays and I'll show off how the deck goes. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna activate the Tearlaments field spell. In our hand we have a little bit of plays. I could get my fusions going right now, but I think I just want to go Reinoheart, get some mills going, and play it safe with meta. So I'm gonna summon Reinoheart. From the deck, I'm gonna send her, because she sends 2 cards. Also, she's a Tearlaments name. Oh my gosh, those mills are really good. Alright, Sulliek is a search for... Alright, oh, now I can do my plays. So, just gonna do some Tearlaments stuff. Special summon, mill 3. Send this. What I mill? Anything good? And just... Actually, those mills are pretty dank. Those are some really good mills. The only problem is... I could just end on a window. I might just do that. I might just end on a window. Okay, Havnis, and I can do this, and we can use the dragon in our hand. And do that. And I can destroy a card on the field. I do not want to do that. I can banish a Tearlaments card in my graveyard, which I am going to do. I'm going to banish Sulliek, because that trap is really cool. Now if we mill a spell, and we're going to mill some cards here. I think we milled 3, right? If we mill something, we can add that trap to our hand. Oh, we did! We milled it. Okay, and a Scream? No way. I get every trap? That's... Okay, this is a lot of advantage right now. I hope they won't have Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay, set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Enter. So I have a Book of Moon, and I have an Effect Negate. And I would have an Omni Negate if I had a monster in my hand, but I don't. I have a trap. But we have Winda. The field spell boost up our monsters a little bit. Average stuff. No Maxx. I am going to put my thing on because if they summon a Kashtira during the main phase 1, I'm going to Book of Moon it instantly. I'm not even going to let it activate its effect. Ooh! Hey, yo! Kaiju! This is a level 7 Kaiju. They're probably playing Kashtira, because this is a level 7. And you wouldn't run a level 7 Kaiju unless you're playing Kashtira. Yep, I knew it. Alright, I'm gonna book a moon right away. I don't want them to add their spell. And fusion? Might as well, right? Winda's gone. Yeah, Winda's gone. You know, we'll put Winda back in the extra deck and summon out a monster effect negate. How about that? Oh, that's really good. I wish I had a Omni negate for that. Damn, and we only have one copy of her. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world because we do have this trap, and if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, we can get that card back. So it's not completely gone. But yeah, they got a set monster. Can't special summon any more Kashtiras from their hand. They have any Kashtira card that says target a Kashtira, can't do it. Set a card. Alright, I'm gonna go beatdown mode. They have, what does Unicorn have, like 21 defense? You check right here. 21 defense, yeah. Alright, our turn. Oh, Squamata. Not the worst thing in the world. Just go battle phase, and that guy is 20. What is it again? 21? So I'll attack with this. Boom. Alright, is this game? Dude, no way that trap is nothing. Oh no. Okay, well, I feel a little bit bad for that Kashtira player, but it is what it is, man. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna do this one. That I think I showed off the deck a little bit. I might do some more replays. If you want to see more, just let me know if you want to see more. I love this deck. I'm gonna be playing it for a little bit more, so I get bored with it. Anyways, that's it for me. My name's KushiKush, or Eric, my real life name. And yeah, I enjoy making videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you have a great day or night. Maybe I'll catch you next time. Later.